Hey everyone, Surfud here, and this is gonna be a special video about MatPat's current deadlock video on Overwatch versus TF2. I gotta be honest, I don't know much about his deadlock series, and I already watched the video, and if that's how the format is, it's like a debate, argument between two games. It's not very well researched between the two games, so I'm just I would like to put my own opinion about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the video again. But throughout the way, I'm gonna pause and provide my own inputs. And I want to educate everyone the what is basically what's Overwatch and what's TF2. What seems to be the core of each game. I just want to provide like harder, better arguments, counter arguments from what MatPat have said, and yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. No editing whatsoever. So a lot of my viewers have mentioned about this game and they want me to make a video out of it. So since I love both games, I'm a fan of both games. They're both fun. I really like it. All right, let's go. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, 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 oh.
Not a lot of games have taken off as quickly as Blizzard's new juggernaut, Overwatch. Only out for 2 months, it's already had itself 10 million players and made literally hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Everyone, and I mean everyone, seems to love Overwatch. They love its characters, its variety, its lore. When talking about class-based team shooters,
variety and lore. When I first heard that, the TF2 popped up. It's because they had, I guess TF2 never really had a lore for each class, but they did have Meet the Videos, which is quite similar to what Overwatch has been making videos. Somewhat, I don't know. They're not necessarily the same, but they're both good. I like it.
You'd be hard pressed to find a better one, or would you? And no, we're not talking about Battleborn. Go home, Battleborn. You're drunk.
Poor Battleborn.
No, I'm talking about the hat-tastic granddaddy of the genre,
Seems
Team
like
Fortress
Battleborn
2.
is irrelevant.
So can Overwatch overthrow this historic giant that is TF2? Or will enthusiasm for Overwatch be dead faster than Evolve? Yeah, there's a game you haven't thought about in a while. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome to Deadlock.
Alright, I'm just gonna skip through here.
We're polite to respect our elders, so Team Fortress 2, you go first.
You go first. Okay, so I'm gonna refer to the guy on the left, FroEyes. He has an afro and he has 4 eyes because he is wearing glasses. So I'm just gonna call him FroEyes, and then MatPat, just to differentiate between the two.
So gracious. Hopefully with this abundance of respect you apparently have, you can respect that I'm about to win this debate in one word. Free. Team Fortress.
Free. Alright, so free. He should have just said maybe 2 words. Hat simulator. If we're gonna compare TF2 and Overwatch, TF2 is a hat simulator, which Overwatch is not. End of discussion. That's it. But let's all be serious. I'm gonna be serious. Maybe 80% serious. TF2, maybe 3 years ago has become free to play, but it was never free. It initially started as a standalone game for I think $30-40, and maybe a year after or so, it became part of a bundle of the Orange Box, which came with Team Fortress 2, Portal, and Half-Life, and I believe Episode 1 as well. So, yep, it was never free to begin with.
2 is a free game with no hidden fees. The complete version of Overwatch.
No hidden fees. I guess. If you really just don't want to pay for anything, it's basically free. But what makes it free is just the core game of it, and there's a free version and then there's a premium version. The premium version is basically you get the whole game. You get the difference is you have bigger inventory backpacks, so you can unlock, you can get more, you can get more weapons, or basically have more inventory. I don't know what I'm saying, but or not. Basically, yeah, more bigger backpack. I believe you can get drop hats in the premium version, and you can trade. So this is coming off the top of my head. Bigger backpack, you get drop hats, which highly unlikely, like after blue moon or so, and trading and crafting. So those four things is what's the difference between the free version and the premium version.
Is $60. Boom, done. Shut it down.
Overwatch $60 for the Origin version. If you buy the digital version through Blizzard's, is $40. So that doesn't come with the Origin skins.
But in the interest of adding on some additional hurt, consider that Overwatch has microtransactions.
Microtransactions. Sounds familiar. Because TF2 also has microtransactions.
On top of the $60 fee.
On top of $60 fee. Yeah, so TF2 already has their own microtransaction. I think, to me, TF2 pretty much right now to keep up with, I guess, with the servers, now that's free to play, they're earning money from, loot crate, from crates, basically.
People say that Candy Crush is a bad time. At least that game is free to download.
Okay, sure.
Oh god, Candy Crush. Man, that game is so addicting at some point, but I'm glad I stopped just because it's let's not talk about Candy Crush.
Sure, Overwatch is being sold as a complete game at full price, but that's because it is.
Overwatch is $60 because that game is. It is? I mean, what?
Overwatch is being sold as a complete game at full price, but that's because it is.
That's because it is. It's a full game. At this point, I can't really consider a game full game if they're gonna be adding more things, DLC and stuff. It's, I guess, full game is not really the word I'm trying to look for now. It's whatever the base game is, and they'll add more stuff later. But that's not a really it's not a good argument to say what makes Overwatch better than TF2.
Blizzard has said that players will get everything from here on out, including new maps and other updates, all for free.
Oh wow! Updates? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. So Blizzard, we've known Blizzard since Warcraft days, Starcraft days. They've been updating. We already know that they're definitely gonna make updates, and it's glad to know that they're all gonna be free for now. Who knows what will be in the future? So
Team Fortress 2 updates multiple times a year with free content on top of the game being free, and it's been doing this for 9 years.
Yes, updates for Team Fortress 2 has been free, but when they started introducing the I can't believe the gun update. Oh my gosh, this was not too long ago. This was last fall. The gun update, where it's basically a contract. It's familiar. It has the same feature as CS:GO. It's basically, you have to pay for additional contracts or for additional weapons or so. But again, that's just skins and skins of weapons and cosmetic skins that has nothing to do with the core gameplay. So it doesn't affect at all, if anything.
The game was released in October of 2007. That is a lot of service for zero money down.
Upfront fees. I see you dancing around the subject. TF2 has microtransactions as well.
Yeah, for hats, for new weapons, general character customization in...
Okay, so you can purchase cosmetic skins, weapons, whatsoever, but no, for true TF2 fans, no one buys weapons. Don't buy weapons. You can get weapons by just playing the game. random weapons, and as well as cosmetics.
In TF2, you pay for what you want, and you get what you want when you pay for it. In Overwatch, the microtransactions give you a chance to maybe get what you want.
Okay, so what Overwatch has is basically the crate of TF2. So Overwatch has loot box, TF2 has crates. You open those, you get some skin or spray whatsoever. In Overwatch, you have a chance of getting something like awesome, like a gold, what's a good one? A lot of tracers like Mach 2, Mach T, and all those awesome skins. But at the same time, you can earn virtual coins. They have virtual coins where you can pay for those skins. You can pay for specific skins. You earn coins by just playing a game, and depending how well you do, or if you're playing in a group, you earn coins. And for TF2, there's also have uncrating, which you have to pay to open them by purchasing a key for like $250, and normally you have a very small chance of getting something really, really good, but most of the time it's just a weapon, a crap weapon. So
it's all a lottery. Sure, every time you buy a loot box, that's a chance to get that skin that you wanted just so badly. You've been waiting for it since day one.
Badly.
But there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get one of those sprays you've already gotten 3 times before.
Yes, that happened to me a lot. Whenever I open a loot crate, come on, something good, but it ends up a duplicate. At least with those duplicates, you get money. You get coins. The only skins that you can't get, or you would have to acquire it from the loot box, is the Summer Olympics. So during the beginning of August, Blizzard had the Summer Olympics skins, and there was no way to purchase them with virtual coins. You can, from my understanding, you'd have to purchase those summer Olympic crates, which costs money to open, and there's a chance you might get something good, get something bad, mainly duplicates. But yeah, that was the only way you can earn those awesome Olympic skins. There was no way to use virtual gold coins to purchase to specifically buy them.
And let's face it, even if you did play the Overwatch loot box game to hopefully get those unique items for your favorite character, the extent to which you can customize them is painfully thin. TF2 has years of hacks, weapons, skins, user-generated models. If you want to play as a scout wearing a Dovahkiin helmet...
Scout wearing Dovahkiin helmet. When I first saw that, I was like, was that something new? So I actually checked back, and no, you can't. It's still exclusive to the heavy, and the only way you can do this is using the source filmmaker. So I don't know why he mentioned that. That's already something that's already hints showing that they barely know the game, TF2, so, or barely touched it. I don't know.
Wielding a giant fish as a weapon, you can, and that.
You cannot.
Even anywhere near the craziest combination available
you
in the
cannot.
game. From aesthetic changes to fully customizable loadouts, TF2 allows complete control over your character's play and feel.
Who's that? Looks like Saxon Hills. I don't know. Cousin.
Without ever tipping into the realm of pay to win. It would appear as though I am on fire.
Hopefully people put him out with a Jarati.
Oh my gosh, you were right. I shouldn't have let you talk first because you chose to fixate on the one, and I mean one element where Overwatch loses out to TF2.
The one element that loses out of TF2. There are several things: cosmetic loadouts, maps, game modes, the ability to have dedicated servers. They're gonna mention that, so I'm just gonna keep going.
And that is aesthetics. So a tip of the cap to you, Demo Man, for your great variety of virtual overpriced caps. But Overwatch wins where it truly matters, and that is gameplay.
Ah, gameplay. Oh god, this is where like it's so subjective of what considers a better gameplay.
Tell that to the loyal gamers who've been playing TF2 for the past 9 years. The game has stood the test of time.
Stood? Sure, but is now getting replaced. TF2...
I don't see how Overwatch can replace TF2. There's no way. They're both the same genre. They have similar objective base, but they just play differently, you know.
New player numbers have been on the decline since October of 2014, according to Steam Charts data. And numbers since Overwatch...
Even though if there's a decline, there's still an abundance amount of TF2 players, you know. What he didn't mention is the amount of people that's still playing. TF2 is still in the top 5, if not the top 3 most played game in Steam. So this argument is just a way to show that it's going down, but no, not really.
Release in May have reached an all-time low for the game.
All-time low, huh? That's when, I guess, during the time they introduced competitive or casual mode. Or no, that was meet the match. I don't know about for this.
So it looks like all those loyal gamers might be jumping.
That all-time low where it went decline is because Overwatch just came out, and you know, a lot of myself, I was interested in playing the game Overwatch because it has the same subgenre, it plays similarly, but at the same time it's different. You know, you gotta understand it plays similarly, but it plays different. You know, but it has the same objective.
Ship, and honestly, who can blame them? Overwatch is a true team-based shooter where teams need to be made of a diverse set of heroes and actually work together to succeed in the game.
No. There's no way. There's no way that could somehow make it seem like Overwatch is a more team-based. It all depends on who you're playing with, if anything. But then again, like, you know, if you have a soldier with a medic, who you consider as like one team that's able to dominate the other team? I don't know.
The end goal is always completing your objective, be it moving a vehicle.
The end goal is still similar to TF2. I don't know why this was part of the argument. It's just how people get to that objective, and majority of it is, you know, trying to defeat the enemy in order to push or cap the point, push the pillar or cap the point.
Across the map or defending a certain position. Team Fortress is also objective based, but features things like kill-death ratios and rewards for dominating the enemy, stats and achievements that are directly tied to killing the opponent repeatedly. This makes it...
There's nothing wrong with kill-death ratio. That has always been a part of FPS, and you know, it's just a way to reward of people who's, you know, doing well in the game. And I guess there's a lot of more personal things that happens whenever someone's dominating you, and you know, of course you want to dominate them or do a revenge kill or something.
Much less appealing to play as, say, a healer or other support character, since they're not as likely to get impressive numbers in those areas. And
okay, so from what he's saying is that the Team Fortress 2 emphasis on kill death ratio, but what he didn't seems like to research is that it's not just kill death. There's also like for medic, there's the healing points, there's a sniper where the headshots, spy, the number of backstabs, engineer, how many sentry kills, how many assists, how many teleporters and such. So there's a variety of values that shows the progress of the game besides kill death ratio.
Likewise, it increases the likelihood that offensive players will go rogue, heading out onto the map solo to boost these things up for themselves.
This is no different from Overwatch. You know, there's a reason why there's flankers. There's a reason why certain heroes in Overwatch goes on their own to get rid of any defensive heroes that's kind of you know, covering the area, like such as Bastion or Torbjorn's turrets. So there's nothing wrong with that, as long as they kill the enemy and allow your team to push. I'm fine with that.
The developers of Overwatch have gone on record saying that they actively avoided including stats like that in the game for exactly that reason, to make the team element the focus. In other words,
okay, so it seems like, I don't know if he has noticed when you know, in Overwatch, when you press tab, it shows your stats. Let's see, your accuracy, eliminations, rather than kills, there's eliminations, which sums up your kills and your assists, so they're both combined together. So that's the number grows even bigger, just because not only adds your kills, but your assists to your other allies kills. So it stacks up, and it also shows your death. So it shows your eliminations and death. That's quite similar in a way, but yeah, they also have their own stats, which it's basically similar.
Words, in an ironic twist, Overwatch does Team Fortress better than Team Fortress.
Again, Team Fortress 2 is a hat simulator. Overwatch has no hats, therefore Overwatch cannot be better than TF2 as TF2.
Yeah, I would hope so, considering it's the same game nearly a decade later. Only with fewer maps, of course. TF2 has 100.
Why are they comparing what it is in Overwatch now and what currently is in TF2? But again, 9 years. 9 years is a long time, and there's definitely a lot of community input into TF2. A lot of mods and maps and weapons and skins that has been contributed by the TF2 community.
How many does Overwatch have again?
12, but
12, but
You can call me Torbjorn, because I'm just standing here, and I just got to play the game.
12 maps again in 2 months after release, as opposed to 9 years. But it's quality over quantity. Whereas you brag.
Quality over quantity, that has nothing to do with the number of maps in TF2. There is a variety of quality maps in TF2 that which Valve themselves created, as well as the community have created, and they have been updating it and balancing those maps. There's Bad Water, Gold Rush, Thunder Mountain. I love Thunder Mountain. Upward, Borneo. Yeah, so Borneo is one of the most recent maps that just came out of that's now part of the official Valve maps. So there's a lot of good maps.
About having 100 maps, most of which are from the community, mind you, which is not a bad thing.
My
but
first dead
Overwatch's
match.
characters are just more mobile. They can roll, they can fly, teleport, use grappling hooks with a pop.
Okay, all the things that he just mentioned, TF2 can do that except roll. Not sure if there's a roll mechanic. Maybe there's a mod for it, but yeah, they can grapple hook, teleport, rocket jump. Yeah, saying that Overwatch is more mobile, it's I can't say that. They're both mobile to some extent, but you know, it seems like it's just different ways of mobility. You know, Scout can double jump and he's fast. He can triple jump with Atomizer. Pyro has a power jack, which provides him faster movement, and he can flare jump. Soldier, of course, rocket jump with his rocket launcher, of course, and then of course he has his other non-damage rocket. And engineer can sentry jump. Medic can somewhat launch himself when he uses his quick fix. And demo or soldier jumps along with him. So demo man has sticky jump. Heavy, I guess heavy has the least mobility, if anything. He has the GRU fist, which allows him to move faster. But yeah, and of course the grappling hook. There's a manpower, which everyone has a grappling hook. So that pretty much sums up the mobility of that mode.